Welcome to Click of Heels, your number one spicy dancer community where we ensure all strippers are set up for success. I'm your host, Angel Torres, and each week we dive deep into the world of exotic dance, offering tips, advice, and stories to empower and inspire. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, this is your go-to resource for all things in the dancer community. Please like and follow us on all of our platforms as it helps us grow our community. And if you would like to be on an episode, please email me at clickofheels@gmail.com. Stay powerful. Let's get into it. You join this industry, you are no longer a low maintenance girl.
No,
Okay?
you know what? That
maintenance.
is so true.
Yeah.
Ever since like I said, I'm coming into a year as a door girl here where we work at. And I gotta agree for sure. Like before I wasn't big on like little things, and now I'm like, but it because of that, we have to look, our best and be up to par even as a door girl. You know what I mean? Because that's what also makes us our money, our tips. You know what I mean?
I showed up to my interview like pretty done up, you know, and then probably 2 or 3 weeks into working at the club, I showed up without makeup one day, and they're not lenient, I won't say, but they were a lot stricter when I started. I think that their strategies are working better now.
Yeah.
But they were very, very strict when I started. And
Okay.
I remember my boss told me straight up, she was like, hey, don't get comfortable coming to work like that. And the daytime manager, if you work with her, she doesn't let her girls come without hair and makeup. She doesn't let you walk in the building with a bun.
She's like,
she will tell you. I mean, she is fierce. Like she has no problem telling you.
Ugly.
And it's not, people will have it and they'll take it very personal, but really to her, she's like, baby,
it's part of her job.
you're here to make your money.
Yeah.
What did you come here for if you didn't come looking your best? I don't care how tired you are, is her mentality. She's like, come here, make your money, and then you can go home and go to sleep. But you're gonna come here and get ready. And honestly, I was a little taken back because I was just like,
it's a dog world.
I didn't understand the industry at the time, so I was like, what job would they tell you need to put your
nowhere else
like,
but there?
But then now I'm so thankful, and I don't do an upbeat every day, a full beat,
but you do a cute glam.
I do a little glam, I do a little something. And
because you know what, wearing makeup, you have to wear makeup there, a little something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been
if
guilty.
you don't, it makes you look like you
look
don't
tired.
Not together as well, because I'm guilty for sure of our daytime managers. She's told me before, and I'm like, you know what I mean? But so I'm like, you know what? She has a point. I know where she's coming from. She has a strong personality. So it's one of those things where not to even take it personal. And
I've grown to admire
anybody
it.
there.
Right.
But for sure, she has a very big personality. But, it makes sense, like you said, because
I love
you're the face of the club, because once they walk in too, you know what I mean? So, I mean, it makes sense, and you want to make your money.
Yeah, so it's an interesting dynamic with the managers. So we have guy managers, and then we have 2 women managers. And just all their different personalities are so funny, and so they're all so sweet in their own way. And
For sure.
some of them have a tolerance for one thing, and the other ones don't have a tolerance
for the same
and
thing.
some of them have other expectations, and then some of them are just kind of like, oh, that's the least of my worries, And so it all kind of balances out. You know
where you gotta be on it.
exactly. Yeah. And you just, your work style starts to mesh with their work style, and then it clicks. And I really, I love my job for that reason too. I just couldn't imagine working. I mean, this isn't my forever career, but I couldn't imagine working in a job where I just disliked my coworkers or my managers. You hear that so much, and I'm like, I couldn't imagine. I don't want to work, period, point blank. But if I have to go to work, I want to go to the environment
where you enjoy, and that's the same. What I was saying earlier, something I was saying, I didn't enjoy working in a corporate job because I was doing it. I did it for too long. I was not happy, and it was honestly affecting my mental health.
Yeah.
Like I would wake up like just like I would literally lay in bed like I gotta wake up and work and take calls and deal with these rude people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was just not happy, and that's what kind of like pushed me to applying. And yeah, I really enjoy it. I really, really do.
Venturing out.
You get, for sure. It was for sure like different from like being so comfortable in my house to like literally putting myself out there. And
sorry.
No, I was gonna say, so I've definitely like learned to, I'm not gonna say I'm not social, but to be more social. Cause like, you know, I mean, sometimes I could be a little reserved, you know what I mean? But that's just my personality. I've always been like that, and I might not open up to a lot of people, or if I do open up to some people, it's not like, you know, to an extent. That's just my character. I've always been like that, you know what I mean? So it's definitely has showed me to build relationships, work on relationships, because I'm so used to being in my own little bubble, my own little world, you know? So yeah, it was a good little push.
Yeah. What are some pros that you guys gotten out of working in this industry?
Oh my gosh, this is probably one of my favorite questions. So for me, I know I've talked about my tits a couple times already, but
we love the tits. Okay.
For me, I've always been I've had huge tits my whole life. And you start to you really realize when you get into this industry how unwelcomed just like showing cleavages and like having, you know, just being curvaceous, it can just come off as like I can go to an event and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like showing too much. I'm just feeling self-conscious. Like I feel like I have to wear a turtleneck everywhere to not look promiscuous, you know? And it's just a regular blouse or whatever. And so what I really love about the industry is you're capitalizing off of what your mama gave you. You know what I mean? I don't have to hide this. I don't have to be like, oh my God, is this inappropriate? You know, I didn't go into my interview like, oh my God, I'm showing cleavage. You know, like I remember when I first started there and no one said like, show your tits or anything like that. But I slowly started
embracing it. Yeah.
And they started to love it. They just loved it and they embraced it. And they're just kind of like, yeah, this is actually what we want. Like we want it to be from the minute they walk in the door, we want that part. And what do I tell you guys? I'm like, show your cleavage, you know, be flirty.
A little tease.
Yeah. It's not
when
like
you walk in.
Yeah. Like I'm just like, make money off of what you have. Whatever that means for you. For me, that just means what you see. If you like it and I can capitalize off that, that's what I'm, you know. And I actually I've been told, and I think that I still keep it pretty classy. You know?
It's not too much.
I dress like I'm going to a dinner for the most part every night, you know. So I'm always in dresses. I'm always in skirts.
Comfortable, but cute, but sexy.
And I love that. I just love, that's definitely a pro for me. Just being able to make money off of just who I am. Literally what I look like, you know, being appreciated for something I feel like I'm always trying to dim down.
Tuck away. Yeah.
You know, to feeling just out of place in just normal. Yeah.
Because for sure working there, you do and start embracing yourself,
right?
Your beauty and just everything in general.
We make money ultimately, I mean, our personalities, of course, but our looks, you know, like men
have to have it together.
Men are very simple from the start.
At least look like you have it together.
Right.
Exactly.
Play the part. Yeah.
Play the part.
They will know.
Yeah. Men, their eyes
are not
where their eyes go first is what's gonna get them. So you know,
you know,
if they like what they see, you're gonna get paid. And to be honest, that's what I try to do. I'm there to maximize that. And actually, a friend gave me that advice that, you know, I guess her husband had told her, you go there to make the most money. Don't feel bad. Go there and make every day that you go there and clock in, your goal is to make the most money. So I love that about that.
That part for sure. Yeah,
hey, sometimes it's $4.
Sometimes, yeah.
$4 damn dollars.
You know
sometimes
what? Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But yeah, definitely as I've worked there, I've really embraced myself, like my everything. You know what I mean? So you really honestly start embracing your body, your looks, everything, and you have to do your makeup all the time. Before I wouldn't do it all the time, and you for sure gotta do your makeup how we were talking about. So you gotta look bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Walk in, yeah. So that way when they go inside, they're like, oh, this is a little preview. Okay, we're gonna, and what else is there inside these doors, So yeah, I definitely love that. I've built a lot more confidence on myself for sure, and I've definitely become a little high maintenance too. So I'm like, who is this? Who is this? But you know what? I embrace it. Before I didn't I wouldn't embrace it because the same thing. Like just in general, we have they have such high expectations for us as women. Like, oh, you can't wear this. You can't. Just we have such high expectations on us. But working there, like I've definitely learned and grown in every aspect of loving myself and embracing it. Like, you know what? Like, I'm like, shit, I'm gonna wear this. I'm gonna look sexy as fuck. You know what I mean? So there for sure is no judgment because you gotta use all the tips and tricks that you got.
Yeah. Even on your worst day, someone's gonna like you.
Yeah.
That's the truth. I mean,
you'll have like a rough day or it's been a rough week and for sure they make your day. Like I had a slow night. It was literally not too long ago. I think it's maybe like the whole week was not good. I think it was maybe like 2 weeks ago. And then I had a customer come in. He's a regular VIP, and he tipped me good, and I was like, you made my day. So just and I was just not feeling it as well because it was just not looking. It was not a good week, but that that made my day. There, I was like, yeah, shit.
Yeah, some guys have like little kinks and stuff. So the meaner you are to them, they're like, yeah, baby.
Yeah.
And I'm like, get away, and they're like, nah, I'm coming closer.
No,
like,
you know what? That part, I'd be telling them stuff like you be a little, you know what I mean, like get away, like
Yeah.
And they love it.
They love it,
and they're just like,
they love it.
That he thinks it's a joke.
Yeah. Like, no, baby, I'm not joking.
I'm like, you could tip me, just don't forget.
Yeah, don't forget that money.
For real. Yeah.
So what are some cons from working in this industry? The bullshit that we have to put up with.
When it's slow, it's slow. Like it, like sometimes I'll be like, do I want to keep doing this? You know what I mean? Because when it's a rough week or a rough day, like you're kind of contemplating about this. And I was actually having a little bit conversation about this with one of the DJs, and I'm like, oh my god, I thought I was alone. He's like, no. He's like, I be, have my moments. I wake up, I'm like, man, I don't even want to do this. Like, that's the only con. But when it's good, it's good. But it's summer, like anywhere it's slow. So we've been like,
well, it's a luxury at the end of the day for a lot of people. For most people, I mean, everyone that walks in there, it's a luxury. It's not a necessity. So we're kind of at will in that way. So yeah, like she said, when people feel like spending money, it's great. But when it's slow, and that's one reason I'm so big on like setting goals and savings and all of that, because when you fall on hard times, which I've never spoke to anyone that hasn't, had dry months, as we say, and
we all do for sure.
There's nothing more important than having that backup savings. For you guys, it's a little different because you can come in and get lucky, and you can make $5,000 one night.
Depend on that,
but you shouldn't, and you should always have that backup fund.
Yeah,
and so
for sure.
Yeah, and then another con I would say, ironically, I do think I don't know if I should say this, but I'll just be honest. With me, my experience, sometimes it can be a little draining being like so sexualized all the time.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah, because I mean, for one, we're women, so
we're already
there's weeks and days that we just don't really want that kind of attention to begin with. But then there's just times where it's like, I'm tired of I don't want to be talked to like this week.
I don't want to play the part today.
I don't want to play the part today. I don't have the energy. I don't want to give hugs. I don't want don't touch me, Yeah. I mean, that's just the honest truth. You stick it out. You have your boundaries. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
For sure.
And no one's entitled to your space at all. I think you guys have it on a whole different level, of course.
Yes and no, because we can actually change our environment.
True.
Like we could go work at a different club and get a different feel, get a different momentum going.
Very true.
Yeah, true.
Mojo. So, I mean, I can't even imagine, the same people every single day.
Yeah, it can be a little
same things.
Yeah, and it's not
trying
them
to get the same reactions, different reactions out of you. And
yeah,
I mean, we go through it, yes, but like we're able to change it up.
Yeah, it's not personal to them. Of course, we chose the job, so
right.
But I'm still human at the end of the day, and I'm a woman at the end of the day. So I remember because y'all know how I dress, and one of our employees came and he's like, "Well, you've been covering up a lot lately," and I just was like, "Yeah, I have actually, because I just haven't wanted that attention." And to be honest, like, I'm gonna make money regardless. I might be able to make more money if I'm dressed a certain way, but in the same breath, there's just times I don't.
At the end of the day, it's still your mental, though. You know what I mean?
Mental, and there's just sometimes I just don't want to be talked to a certain way. I don't want to hear certain things. I don't want to flirt. I don't want to. If I'm gonna be told I'm pretty, I want to be told I'm pretty, like, because they're just actually looking at my face that day or something. It just depends. I mean, it's a whole package, but yeah, just sometimes you're not in the mood, and I would say that's a really big con for me. And that's like I said, I've had a really weird year mentally, and so that's another thing. Just it can be draining sometimes. It can.
Definitely.
I don't want to lie and say it's like a big party all the time, because it's not. It can be a little draining.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, I don't want to go.
But like we said, every job has its cons,
pros and cons,
and I'll pick this con for the time being over any other con.
Like I was saying about what I worked in before, like I'll choose this over anything else where I worked in before, because my mental, like I said, I was just not happy in that job. I would tell my my parents, like, I'm so tired of it, and I got so tired of whining about it so much. You know what I mean? It was just like they micromanage you, and and like where we were at, it's not corporate, but it's corporate, but it's not. You know what I mean? So you still kind of have that place where you can breathe. You know what I mean?
Another thing I will say, what's so annoying is when guys come into a place like this and they just don't comprehend why you would tip the door girl, or why you would tip. Why would I tip a dancer? She sat with me, or why would I tip the bartender? She only made me one drink. And it's like you're not coming out to eat. You're coming into a place for pure entertainment. And you don't have to tip anyone. I'm not entitled to anything, but also those are the ones that want the most.
Yeah.
And they don't understand the tipping culture in the club. And I'm pro tip all the time, whether you're going out to eat, whether you're going to a coffee shop. I do, and I don't hate on anyone that's against it, but for me personally, because I work off of tips, I get it, And so that can be kind of annoying, but I will say, and this is one reason I really love my work fam, is because they are always looking out for me, like for real, like, and the customers too. Like if they don't tip me today, they'll come back and tip me double because they didn't tip me last time. And I'm like, I didn't even remember that you didn't tip me. I had a guy do the same thing. He was like, hey, I didn't tip you last time, so here's this amount. And that's happened yesterday, and I was just like, wow, like how kind of you to do that. And they just start thinking about you. So my thought process is when one person doesn't tip, another one does it 10 times over. For sure. Like it comes back to you. And that's why I'm always so kind to everyone, because the girls tip out of their own hard-earned money.
Yeah. So thank you, ladies.
Yeah, thank you. Love you guys. Yeah, the girls tip, and if they don't tip, there's never hard feelings. I'm like, we're all in here, we're all working
together.
I get what you guys go through. The managers, they're always helping me make money.
For sure.
They're just always giving me pointers. This is what this guy likes. Go say hi to this guy. They introduce you. So yeah, it comes back to you and it balances out, and that's why I adore like the people we work with.
Yeah. For sure. We are like a little slight dysfunctional but great work family.
And I love women. Like I love women. I mean,
We're just beautiful.
And we're, I think the ratio,
we're powerful.
We're very powerful. And I just feel like, you know, it's just so crazy how we just all look out for each other and we're just so kind. And then the men that are working in the industry with us, their mindsets change, you know,
it's from ours.
Yeah, but like they're still men at the end of the day. But like when you talk to like, you know, a guy that's not in the industry versus a guy that is in the industry, you know, like they get it. They get women. They get why women are in this industry. They you know, they admire that
to an advantage. Yeah.
They admire that about women. And
or you know that we're young.
Do you guys think that's hard for your dating life?
Oh, I'm so jaded. I'm so jaded working from the industry. That's a con.
Yeah, definitely a con.
So everyone's like, this is a fantasy world. And I'm like, it's a fantasy world for men, but it's a reality for us.
No, for real. I'm just like,
I don't want to put too much negativity into that, but I'll just say it's hard to think that it's hard to believe in marriage or is it monogamous, the word?
Monogamy.
Is that like one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's hard to believe in that. It's hard to believe that
that's your one forever.
Yeah, it's and you know, I've always grown up believing like if a man loves you, he will not cheat. But then you see these men and you're like, oh, you love your wife, but like y'all are just going through something right now, or you're just not you love them. Yeah, you love them, but you're not in love with them, or she knows what it is. You know, she knows I love her. I don't want to be with anyone else, but in the same breath, like I'm coming to the club. You know, and so it can be a little.
It can definitely play a role of the dating scene. Because I'm like, man, you know what I mean? You know, because us working there, like you said, you know, sometimes whatever.
Like guys will give you $20 just to take their money, you know? Yeah. So it's like some regular man on the street.
And then they waste your time and then like nonchalant. And I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like, so.
And you have to learn to not get jealous. You know, like. That it can be your customer, but it's not your customer. In a much more real sense, you know. Even with you could be standing at the door, I could be standing at the door. If they tip her today and they just kind of like cruise by me, I would never get offended because I'm just like, you know,
and it happens, it
happens, and I don't get offended because I'm just like. That's his cup of tea today, you know. Right. And next week it could be my money, or honestly, it could be both. And a lot of times it is. And we look out for each other too. You know, if there's a guy at the door, I'm like, make sure to tip my girl or whatever the case may be. We're always looking out for each other. So
we're leaving or coming into a shit type. Yeah.
I forgot.
Certified yappers.
For real.
Maybe that's what my podcast will be.
I know, right? For real, I could talk and talk. I would love to like be in a podcast like where someone like, you know what I mean?
Talks
because I can talk about like
some podcast.
Another podcast.
You're cute.
So, what are some major pet peeves y'all have that strippers do, management does, and customers?
It's a good question.
You can go down the line.
Put on my thinking cap.
Well, starting with entertainers because you said it first. I mean, you guys are all in y'all's own world, so you know there's a little. I don't know what the right word is because I don't want to sound catty at all because I'm really not. I think entertainers, like we said earlier, they're a little entitled in a way. Not entitled, but they don't have rules. You guys are independent contractors, so you guys don't really have rules. You guys don't really have to listen. You guys are at your own will in there. Once you're clocked in, like you can sit if you want, you can drink if you want, you can eat if you want, you can actually sleep if you want. As long as you make your stage, you don't have any other commitments while you're in there, you know? For us, we have rules. We have things we have to get done at a certain time. We have paperwork we have to turn in. So, you know, just like getting y'all's fees or one thing that makes me so like annoyed with the managers and the entertainers is they're so hard on like everyone that goes in the building needs to be clocked in, and it's true. But then there's an exception in so many different, you know, scenarios.
Right.
But it happens so much. So it's kind of hard to be like, you know, our job is to clock you in. You're not clocked in. You're in the building. The manager knows, but they're busy and they forget. And so it kind of falls back on us because it's like, well, why did you let them in the building? And like, I can't tackle her.
Yeah.
I can't. You know? And also, she's a grown woman. I'm a grown woman. I did tell her she couldn't go. But once again, she doesn't feel like I'm not like an authority to her. So for me, it's like, hey, girl. And some girls are just like, I get it. You're just doing your job.
Yeah,
but some girls are like,
for the most part,
girl, please, you know.
Yeah.
And so those ones, I'm just like, I pass it off onto the managers at that point.
Like, I'm
and
not trying
they
to
do try, but my point in saying that is they get busy and they're doing other things, and
then we got to remind them, and then they're like, well, why didn't you get it? And we got to remind them why we didn't get it. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm just like, you said.
Yeah, that's probably it. As far as customers, not tipping.
Not tipping.
Yes.
Like, it's not a personal thing, but it's just like,
for sure. Like, you know, I mean, like you said, they're not obligated, but if you're coming into that atmosphere, like, and you know, or even if you don't, like, I always say you're gonna pay, when you get food, even if you get one drink, like, you know what I mean? So just starts at the door. You know what I mean?
Do y'all get paid $2.13 an hour?
No, we do get small hourlies.
Yeah.
Okay. Like minimum wage, like probably.
Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, too, still most of our pay still comes from tips.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll say my paycheck is the minute it hits my bank account, it's gone.
Yeah, mine
it's gone.
Same.
And I'm forever grateful for that because the fact that I have that backup. But that's like my bill money.
Yeah.
So my tips are everything.
Majority, that's why, And sometimes, you know, I feel like sometimes people don't get it. But because I've been working in the industry for, you know, for a good little bit now, I do try to, for the most part, tip too when I go out, like a little something, because I'm just like, I get it. And of course, if the service is not good, I'm not gonna tip you. So I'm just saying that. But you know what I mean? But yeah,
I went to a strip club once, like a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, I went with this girl.
Just for fun?
Yeah, for fun.
Okay.
I went with this girl. She has never even been to a strip club. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give you the full
pop
club
star.
Yeah.
To the strip club.
So I'm tipping door girls as I walk in, and then I sit down, I get a stack of like,
she was like, damn, this is getting
$100. Yeah. And then we just, like, the girls just, like, came and just immediately started dancing. Not even, like, didn't even say hi or anything. It was that type of club. It was just, like,
shaking that ass.
Shaking ass.
Hey, they seen the 100 ones.
Yes. I was like, I have to put it on the table so I get attention because
they're not playing around.
They're not playing around.
Not wasting their time for free. And I respect that.
Let's make this money.
And I'm throwing up the money. But then, like, after I'm done throwing it up, I'm like, okay, like, let me help her, like, pick this up, like, put it with her stuff.
Get
and
your
she's
pretty
like,
ass up here. Let me help you, babe.
No, just relax. And I was like, but, like, I get it. I'm like, I'm a dancer too. Like, I don't want you, like, on your knees right now, you know? I'm, like, trying to help you. And she's like, no, just relax.
I got you. Just,
She's like, this is my money.
But it's nice, like, that was such, I don't know,
giving back and just seeing it from a different perspective.
Yeah, seeing from a different perspective. Yeah. Especially because I don't work at booty clubs.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't understand, or I do understand, like, that hustle culture, but, like, our hustle culture is more personality.
Yeah, for
That's a good point. That's, like, another pet peeve. Like, I feel like our club is fun. You know, it can be very fun, but it definitely has a lot more of an intimate you know, aspect of it
than other places.
Yeah, and I feel like because you're not gonna walk in and see girls going crazy up and down the pole and throwing ass everywhere, you know, it's
more personal.
I feel like club, and that's what I try to explain when people walk in and they're like,
and walk out.
It's boring or it's this. I'm like, it's not boring. It's just it's either not in your
price range
and or it's just you are looking for a booty club and this is not that. We're not. We got some booty in here. Trust me.
A lot of plenty of booty. They will we're sexy, you know?
That money.
But it's money, babe. It's money.
Sexy but classy.
It's they're not.
Nothing happens until
throwing ones is the least of their worries. They're thankful, but run that credit card.
Literally.
Yeah, no, and I always get that too. Like when they come in and they're trying to ask, I'm like,
I don't know how to explain this to you.
Yeah.
When you're 45, when you're 35, you'll get it.
Yeah, and I'm just like in my head, like just you know what I mean. Come on in if you're gonna come in. You know, I'm like I can't tell you. You gotta go in there for yourself. And then when they walk out, when they leave shortly after, there's like, oh, it's this and it's, you know what I mean? I'm just like, it wasn't your cup of tea. Like, you know what I mean? It's a gentleman's cup, like you said, like, and I feel like a lot of people don't understand the difference between a gentleman club and a strip club.
So strip club is throwing ass. Bag, yo, you know.
And there's no private.
Ass all over.
Like, it's ass everywhere.
Yeah, no private areas.
It's where you go when you're probably like 18 to
for sure
25 and then gentlemen's club is whenever you start to hit 6 figures a year. Like you want a strip club girlfriend, like you like to
you want something low key, you know what I mean? Not like
you don't want the
more personal.
Yeah, you want to have a good time, but you're not in there having a full on party. You're not you're not getting belligerent. You're on your grown man shit.
Yeah. Personal, intimate, one-on-one, and
and don't get it twisted. You can still make it, and your little section can turn into a little booty club really quick. But you as a customer got to set that tone.
You got to come in with the right energy. Because if not, and you're just like you know what I mean. I don't know. I if I was one, you know, a dancer, I don't think I would want to approach him with, you know what I mean, with the energy. Energy speaks.
Oh my gosh, yes. There's this tip that I always tell people, like baby dancers especially, when even if you just had the worst day ever of your life, like when you get in there and the guys are looking for companionship, fantasy, very fun, like even if your day was horrible, you go in, you're like, hi, like I'm Veronica, I'm having, and they're like, oh, how's your day going? You're like, I'm having the best day ever.
Yeah, you have to.
I am ecstatic to be here. Like, hyping up.
Turn on that switch.
You don't get to be that emotional until you have that connection with them.
Yeah.
So, like when you guys reach like that level of friendship, then you get to like start being emotional and tell them about your bad day or like things that are happening in your life.
You'll kind of know
and
when
they start to have that compassion for you. But if you start off with that, they're just like, baby, I'm having a bad day. I came here for
to escape for it.
You know?
Yeah.
So
once you start with that energy, like, oh, it's slow in here today, like they're already turned off. They already don't care about what you gotta say. Like, so
guys are so awkward to begin with. Like, they're like, don't get me wrong, there's the confidence, but then there's like, what the hell? You're so like shy.
What's going on?
They're not looking to comfort you in that way because they're already awkward.
I have a question that I've been wondering. So there's this guy that comes in. He wears a hat, like a gray bushy wig. I think it's a wig.
It's a wig
with glasses.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Oh my god,
you're talking about.
He always looks like he's like in incognito mode.
That's
like
exactly
he's like a celebrity or something. And I'm like, y'all,
I've thought about that too.
Right?
I've thought about that.
I think he's like a COVID.
Yeah,
like
you just think it's
one of those precautions.
People, but he comes in regularly, and
I know, but that's where it doesn't click. That's the off part. Because what are you wearing a face mask for? Yet you want a girl to come shove her tits in your face? Like
exactly. I'm
what? Yeah.
I'm always been curious. Like, is he famous?
Oh, I mean,
is he something? Like, he got a lot. I don't know. I never approached him because he's just
off-putting.
His vibe is off-putting.
Yeah, I mean, one thing working at the club has taught me is people are just strange.
Yeah.
There's no reasoning behind it. They're just
learn a little bit of something about people all the time. And you're just kind of like,
you learn to
be more open-minded.
Yeah. And that's where learning to work with people, because
goes
flirting with them is, they don't know what you're saying. Like, you have some people that are just so strange, and it might be other issues, but
right.
You could flirt with them and they're just like, where's the bathroom? Oh,
hey, that's happening
too. Okay, never mind.
Okay, I'm like enjoying.
Yeah. What's the strangest thing someone has brought into the club?
I'm trying to think.
And it'd be like, I think I probably have brought one of the strangest things.
Girl, yes. Do you remember? Oh my gosh, let me tell you guys what she did.
Taser thingamajigger, yeah.
There was 2 girls standing at my desk, and she had her big purse. And what is that? It's a taser?
I have it's called a stinger, but
so it's not, but yeah, not a
taser. A taser.
It's big, right?
Yeah.
I thought she had a curling iron in her.
It looks like a curling iron. Yeah.
So that's not random because girls get ready there, you know? So I thought she had a curling iron, and she's running out. It was like the ditziest, funniest thing. She's running out. She has this curling iron in her hand, and she's asking me a question, and then she's like, okay. And she turns and she tases the girl that's standing at the front desk, and she doesn't even realize what happens. And the girl just looks down and she looks up and she's like, she just tased me. And I was like, what? She's like,
oh, natural, like nothing.
I just couldn't even I just laughed because I was like, she doesn't know she tased you. You're not even.
Yeah, it was an accident.
You're not even clicking that you got tased.
Oh, natural, huh?
No, it was like the dingiest, cutest thing ever.
Some guys, like, they're like, I do it, and then I do it on my nipples. That's my party trick.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, like, your turn. Let me do it on your arm. Let me just do it on your arm. And they're like, okay. And like, I had this one customer, I did it on his arm once, and he just like was like, and like fell on the floor.
Dramatic
drama.
No, you did it on me. Remember, I was like so curious. I was like, does it hurt? And you're like, no, blah, 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 blah. And so then you taste me like on my arm. It didn't hurt. It's not like an actual taser. So let me just clarify that. Yeah. So don't be scared when you're coming to see Miss
Veronica. Miss Veronica Kinks in the club.
Yeah. I love it. Actually. I love that.
To like add on to the craziest things. I've seen a monkey in the club.
What?
Oh yeah, me too. Like the little small ones. I don't like that. I'm like, just so leave the animal where it's supposed to.
Oh, I love it. I'm like, bring the fucking elephant. I don't care. I love it.
I'm that person. I'm like, poor animal, you know?
Yeah, like I've seen monkeys, chameleon, or is that what they're called? Yeah, chameleons, lizards.
Yeah.
Some chameleons, dogs.
Oh yeah.
We have little club kitties that just like.
We have a club dog.
We have a club dog.
We do have a club dog.
She does not fuck with me.
Sweetest,
crazy, but
the sweetest.
She is a sweet little girl. She is. Have you guys ever had to kick anyone out before they even entered into the door?
Just the other day.
What happened?
Well, this guy. Actually, no, I didn't kick him out, and that was my bad. But. Yes, I've had to kick them out before they even enter the door. They're just too drunk. They're just And the weirdest thing, actually, I'm sure there's other substances involved, but the aggression that men get when they're under the influence. I don't know what that is.
Where is that coming from?
But yeah, if I even feel like they're just too aggressive, you're not going in there, because 9 times out of 10. There's going to be a problem.
Like that side, yeah.
And you guys are in high heels. You guys are topless. You know, for a guy to be aggressive with you guys, so I just rather nip it in the bud. But yeah, this guy came in and I was like, okay, ID. And he's like, you're not checking my effing ID. And I was like, bro, I have to. And he's like, it's my ID. I was like, okay.
You can't come in. Goodbye.
Whatever. And then he was like, well, you know, how much is it? And I told him, and he's like, I don't have cash. I was like, okay, well, you can go to the ATM inside, but you're going to leave your ID here so that way, you know, you pay. You're not keeping my ID. I was like, oh,
I want your ID. I just didn't see it.
And I shouldn't have let him in, but it's kind of at that point where I'm like, I don't know if I'm pissing you off or you're just an asshole.
He was pissing himself off.
He was just angry because he just went in there angry. He had a bag and he was like, store this for me. And I was just like, okay. And then he came out and he's like, give me my effing bag. And he just was slamming the doors and stuff. And I was just like, what a dirtbag. Yeah.
What a dirt
troll.
bag.
Yeah.
Troll.
Fucking rat.
Fucking rat.
Please don't call me.
So we are running out of time. Only have like 5 minutes left.
Okay.
So I just wanted to ask you guys to give any advice to anyone wanting to be a door girl. What's the best advice you would give them?
Yeah. I would definitely just say, like I said before, dress to impress. And also, one thing I feel like girls should understand is if you are scared to go into dancing, because it is a big deal.
Oh, for sure.
It's so liberating and it's such a wonderful thing, but it's not for everyone. And I just want girls to understand you can still make great money doing other things, and you don't know where the position will also land you.
Because you meet a lot of people that...
You meet a lot of people. And I just think that be open-minded to starting at a door girl or starting at even as a waitress. Just starting somewhere, and then once you get to know the industry, then you can decide if it's really for you. But don't downplay being a door girl. Like, you learn a lot of skills. You learn
you learn a lot.
You learn office lady skills, okay? And then you learn, I mean, you're messing with a lot of money all the time. So
you got to make sure.
Accounting skills are on point. And you just learn, like, just business skills all the way around. I know that there's a misconception that the strip club is just a wild party all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
There is a corporate aspect to the strip club. Sure. There is the party aspect. There is the, like, employee. And, there's just so many parts of the strip club that people leave out. And it's not all just, like, strippers and money. It's
just party.
Like, it's a business at the end of the day. So you can learn a lot. You can learn a lot.
Yeah. I would just say the same thing, just if you're going to go and apply and you're not too sure where you want to start, of course, I would start as a door girl. I mean, I was a waitress at a different club, not to say where, but it wasn't my cup of tea. You know what I mean? So I tried it out. So I already knew from there, like, okay, this is not for me. You know what I mean? I don't know if it was a club or just not for me at all. And then I was like, okay. And then I seen they were hiring. I tried it out and I enjoy it. I enjoy what I do. Obviously, it's not long term, but I definitely enjoy it. And I get to embrace my sexiness and dress up, do my makeup. Sometimes I don't want to do it. But yeah, for sure, look to par. Be confident, and you can learn a lot of stuff besides just the party atmosphere. It's not just that.
You can put yourself through school.
Yes.
You can, if you have children, you can, work it to your schedule. It's just, it's very giving in a sense that, where regular jobs aren't. So
it's not a 5 days a week job. Yeah. So that's the
getting paid. Sure. Like, you're working 5 days a week.
That's for sure a pro where, because it's not 5 days a week, and that I enjoy that. I'm just like, oh yeah, I get to relax. At least on my schedule, I get to relax once during the week, and of course the week is not, unless I need to come in for whatever reason. That's different. But just go in there confident, embrace it. Don't be timid. Definitely you want to feel that you enjoy working with, like, the managers, all the coworkers.
You want to be pleasant.
Like, if it's not a pleasant experience for you and people are just being mean, like, it's not the right place where you're working at. Try somewhere else. Because you're gonna find a place where you're welcomed and you're respected by management, and that's what I really appreciate where I'm at, is that management respects us, and like you said, they look out for us. They they try to help us as far as, like, make for us to get our tips. So that's really key for me, I would say.
So I want you guys to shout out any plans, affirmations, social medias. Let our audience know where we can follow y'all's story.
Follow me on Instagram under funky_little thing. So LIL, little, not the whole word spelled out. I am on there. I also do model on the side. I started off with, like, the lowrider community, but I am obviously wanting to, like, venturing out into, like, other modeling besides just the lowrider. So follow me on there. And of course, if you need any modeling service, hit me up so we could chat.
I don't have anything
scheduled. Sorry. And then of course, come and see me. Come and see me at the. Can we say where?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Come and see me at the men's club. Make sure to tip me. It would be very much appreciated. You show us love. We show you love. I mean, we in general show you love. You know, for the most part, but it goes a long ways. Like, and then make sure to come out to our event next Wednesday, next Wednesday, August the 28th. It's from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. for the bikini contest. Woo! It's supposed to be a, so usually they host it, I guess, in Las Vegas, right?
Yes.
The Entertainment Expo. And this year it's going to be hosted at our club. So it's expected to be busy. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of beautiful girls. We're going to have our lovely dork girls there. I don't work that day, but we're going to have Nautica there. And we're going to have another dork girl, Emily. So make sure you show, like I said, love. It starts at the door. If possible, it's very much appreciated to tip your dork girls. And then come and have fun with us. There's going to be go-go dancers. There's going to be hookahs. There's going to be the cigar rollers. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Excuse me if I'm not. But they're going to have all that. They have already cigars there as well. They have champagne and all the good drinks. They have a regular bar there. They have a full menu.
She is selling it right now. She is selling the
come on, have fun with us. Like I said, I don't work that day, so I'm gonna definitely go up in there, have fun with everybody.
Mascot.
Yeah. Like hell yeah, we're all trying to make money, have fun at the same time, you know? So for sure do not miss that out. Don't miss it.
Well, if you guys, first off, I really enjoyed being with both of you guys today, and thank you for inviting us.
Thank y'all for coming.
Really fun.
Thank you for having us. Yeah.
You can follow me at Nautica_Tipton, TIPTON on Instagram. And yeah, I don't really have much going on right now, so everything she said, and come see us anytime.
What do you mean you don't? You do. Don't you do on the side like cutting hair and stuff like that?
No.
No,
not anymore. Ship has sailed.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Make sure you follow her because she posts some bomb looking really good.
If you watch this,
we're like yes.
And if you watch this and you're curious about getting into the industry or you just want to come, there's so many misconceptions.
Yeah,
and we had this conversation earlier. Just come check us out. I mean,
ask us, maybe if we're up there working, if you're here in the Dallas area, ask any of us. You have any questions?
Yes, for sure.
You don't want to go inside. You don't want to ask, you know what I mean? You want to ask someone that's already in that position if you want to be a door girl. Or in general, maybe if it's something that we can answer for you, like ask us. We're in the front before, you know what I mean? Before you go inside, if you're going inside, accompanied, of course, with the email.
I actually... just created a website. You can go to my link in my Linktree bio in my Instagram, Click of Heels bio, and then you can book a 30-minute phone consultation with me. If you have any questions, I am your resource. I'm your girl.
She got you.
I got you.
Congratulations.
Yes.
If you don't mind me asking, just like to clarify, what kind of a phone service is this?
It's for women who are in the industry, have questions, want coaching, want
awesome.
Guidance.
That's amazing.
I'm your girl.
I love that for you. That's
awesome. I love that. There really is not, because like I said, when I first started as a waitress, I didn't know. I was like, you know what I mean? And the girls didn't look out for me where I was at.
Right.
Like they didn't put me on. They didn't show me this is something where I had to learn myself.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's very much appreciated when someone is being very genuine and sincere when they are giving you advice.
I want to see women win. Yeah.
That's what
Shit, we got to use our looks right now to our advantage. Because one day we're going to be old and, no offense to anyone that's older. But, like, we're only young ones.
Yeah.
Like, that quote that they say, we are literally only young ones, like use it to your advantage. And just, like Nauticia said, don't forget your goals and aspirations. Keep that locked in.
Keep it locked in.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, thank you, ladies, for joining us today on Click of Heels. You can follow our Instagram, Click of Heels, our TikTok, Click of Heels, YouTube. Please subscribe, follow, share, give us a comment, tell us what you liked, what you didn't like. Give us all the tea. Woo. Everyone stay powerful out there. Love you.
Embrace being a woman.
Yes.
You got this.
You got this. Awesome. I'll see you on the next one.
Yay.